To be a good forex trader, realize that you still need to understand more market structures, market positions, the current price and price action, what price is doing. Now in today's video, I want us to talk about how to easily identify major key levels. That is where price might try to retest, price might try to bounce off, or even price might try to target, right? So once you get that, I believe is going to simplify market direction, or even where market might try to reverse from, like I said before. So yeah, whether you trade a trend line, I think incorporating these key levels will also be key. So right over here, I'm using this indicator of mine right over here. So this one usually helps a lot to identify those major key levels that price might target, right? So I think those are just demon zones, which are good levels to take your end, right? So real quick, let me just hide that, right? So if you want to identify those key levels, just look for where price consolidated before making a major impulse move. I'm talking about something like this level right here. Look at this, we had that, then now price made a push, right? Then we had this kind of a pullback right there, then we had price made a push. So these are the levels that first thing you need to mark when looking for levels that price might try to maybe target, reverse from, right? So another one we have right here, and of course we had another one right here, something like this, right? So for example, let's say we just need to analyze this market, right? I'll remove everything for you guys to see. Let's say we need to understand what price is doing. Yeah, first things first, I do like incorporating trends. So if I was trading based on my trend line, I will just say, okay, to me this one looks like a bullish flag, which is okay right over there. Then probably have this also right there, right? So that's a bullish flag, correct? So yes, it's a bullish flag, and now we anticipate that price will try to continue maybe pushing to the top, right? So right now this is what price is doing, but now I want to look for my buy entry properties. So the next thing that I need to identify are the key levels that I just talked about, the major zones, right? So like I say, remember I said we had this level right here marked. So once we do that, we look into the next level, right? Remember we had this level too that price bounced off, then went to the top, right? So even if I do extend this, you see it kind of makes sense. So right now we have those two major levels, so that means we need to see how price is going to react around this level right here, and if it continues dropping, the next level that we should watch out is this. So those are the levels that we should be looking for our entry, right? If we get a good confirmation right here, if we get a good confirmation right here, then that means we're taking our buy right here in anticipation that price will try to take this high, right? And if price continues dropping, the next level we should be looking out for is this zone right there. I hope that makes sense, right? So that being said, if I bring this back, you see, now let me take it to the 15 1 hour fast before we go to the 15. So you see, let me just have this right there. You see our level that we did identify of the 4 hour makes sense, right there. So let's go to the 15 now, right? So you see we have everything is making sense. Now once again, you see of the 15 we have also had another level that this indicator is telling us right over there. Before we saw price going up, impulse correction went all the way up. Now that is the same level that I think we did identify of the H4, this one. If I try to extend this, boom. So right, so you see I've taken care of this. Let me just show you this. I've taken care of this, come on, I've taken care of this week right there. I've taken care of this week right there, and I'm also taking care of this week below right here, right over here. I'm taking care of this, right? So that means if if we just had this rectangle tool somewhere around this level, we might miss out a thing, because price might just continue dropping, and then we anticipate that, oh, we have that as a resistance, so we anticipate that price might try, to maybe bounce off that level. But then if we are forgetting that we also had these wicks right here, okay, right there, we had these wicks right there. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Let me just give you another scenario, maybe look into another pair for you guys to see. Click on any random pair. I don't know which one I click. Oh, nothing yet. I hope I click something, guys. Oh, USD card. Real quick, let's hit the, maybe let's start this time, let's start from the daily. Right, so we have these, right? So like I say, we look for places or levels that price might try to respect, try to go back. So the first thing we understand is we have this as a level right here mark. We also have this one, because price has started bouncing off that level, because now that is at the new low, right? The recent low right there, right? We also have another one right here, right there. So if we want to look for, let's not talk about this previous action that the market did. Let's ignore this one. Let's talk about the new market price, right? So let's just continue. We've already marked our levels. We've seen we have this one, and already we have this one, and of course before price went down we also have this level right here. So I hope that makes sense. If you don't understand, guys, maybe rewatch the video, everything will make sense, right? So if we do extend this to the right, you see this is what we have right there. Then if we do extend this, we see this is what we have based off the daily. So there is that possibility that price might try to respect this level right here, maybe for price to continue going back to retest this level. You never know, maybe it might break out of this, but like I say, we just wait for price reaction around those key levels. It might hit this level right here, then you see price maybe going back, consolidating probably, or even taking out that high. You never know, something like that. So once you just have those levels marked, the only thing you should be waiting for is just what price will be doing. Understand the market action around those levels. I hope you guys do understand what I'm trying to say. So based on what we have, let's just mark this. Let's make sure we take care of all the wicks, because we don't want to miss a thing right here. Okay, so let's see it. You see, when we bring in our indicator tool, you see the levels that I did mark make sense, right? You see I did this extension, so you see we have that right here, and I also marked this level right here. You see that's how powerful this SMC indicator is, right? So this one is the last high. So I think before we see price, maybe, in fact, I think when we go to the H1, this one will also be highlighted, no worries. Like I said, let me just hide this. The only thing we need to understand is how price is going to react around here. So maybe this might be another continuation pattern, who knows, understand how price is reacting around those key levels. This is it. Once we get that done, this is it. It's like I'm analyzing next week's pair while talking about this market thing, right? So even if you bring in your trend, everything is going to make sense right there. So yeah, if we are trading trends, basically we just wait for price to touch that level, but at the same time, like I said, we identify more levels that price might go back and retest. So this is another one right there. That being said, we do take our entry based on those key levels. So I'm still anticipating this kind of behavior, price to play around. Now as it plays around, basically it's trying to go back to retest this trend line. I hope that makes sense, guys. Right, it's like something like this, probably like that. Then we see price maybe going up, for example, or price might continue doing this. Once again, take out this level. Now once that's happening, wait for price action before we see market maybe dropping, right? So I hope that sinks in. Remember, like I said before, we take our entry based on the trend line. Once you've spotted the trend line, make sure you've spotted also the key level. So we're taking our entry based on the trend line and also based on the key levels, also reverse. Now those are just conference that I do use when looking for entry. Now let me just illustrate, right, for you guys to understand. Let's say this is our trend, right? Let's just have this right here. So we've had our higher high and higher low, higher high, and now you see price probably giving out a sign or even a reversal structure that it's ready to go up, right, to continue its initial trend right here. Okay, so that is, to me, that is kind of a risky one, and I do think that is manipulation, because like I say, I do follow trends. Then one thing, make sure you spot a level, our key level like we talked about, have it right there. Then of course, remember, let's say this is just another continuation pattern right there. So for me, I do wait for the market to continue printing its bullish or bearish pattern as it goes down. Remember, probably as it does that, there's also another level probably she's trying to respect right here, right there. Once you see price touching, come on, once we see price touching this trend of ours and also respecting this key level of ours, that's when we look for our confirmation, that is entry confirmation right there. Now everything is going to be more safe right here, right? That's why you see I do take my entry of the 1 minute, risking at least 10 pip, but it's never that 10 pip. That is because when I take my entry of the 1 minute, actually I have that opportunity also to risk actually 5 pips, 3 pips, but then my policy just say to get the market or just let it have a room for breathing, I allow it to, you know, maybe have a 10 pip stop loss. But now when I take my entry of the of the 1 minute, I do see, you know, up to 3 pip stop loss, which is very nice, you understand? So I take them off the key levels, that when price decides to reverse, then or price decides to take those levels, then that means the trend is just changing or price not yet ready. So I close my entry very early, right? So let's just continue off the 15, bringing in that tool of ours. Okay, so right there. So you see, when we go to the 15, we've seen that now price is respecting this level. You see it's marked red. Now that's showing that there's kind of a selling pressure, right? And remember, we also have this one right here. That's another bullish pressure or bullish level. So those are key levels that we should be watching out for, right? And over here, let me just remove this. You see we have another one. Remember, you might see my rectangle tool right here, but then I should even have it right here. But just to be more neat, this is another level right here, okay, that I should be seeing how price is playing around. Guys, I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying, but if you don't, let me know in the comment box below, or even just rewatch the video, guys. So I hope that sinks in, and that's all. Adios, mi amigos. Peace.